राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरा वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थागतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाङ्क्षा सबाह्याभ्यन्तरं शुचिः ओम श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु Hare Krishna, dear Prabhu's and Mataji's. Tanavad pranam at your lotus feet. Tanavad pranam at Shri Shri Radha Madhava's feet. Srila Prabhupada's feet, my Sashtanga pranam. Then my Gurudev, His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj and his Gurudev. Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj, my Sastanga pranams at the lotus feet. My Sastanga pranams at what? Lotus feet of Shri Lilananda Prabhuji, Shilpa Mataji, Swapna Mataji, Subbarao Prabhuji, Padma Malini Mataji, and Panduranga Priyadas Prabhuji.
Raghunandan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Sir Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you so much for blessing on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you so much for joining, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Yes, I have a little habit of going back on the context. I think I will be sharing the right screen at this time. You're able to see the Bhagavatam page, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, this amazing journey of Srimad Bhagavatam, right, started. I remember Lilananda Prabhuji starting it in Srinilayam, in most of the times in both sons. They were very small like this, and feed them, and that was a taste of having Bhagavatam class in the morning by His Grace Lilananda Prabhuji. And then we continued the journey for many years, and it is going on and on and on. Mainly first thing started with Narada Muni, and Prabhuji would explain how Bhagavatam goes in circles, right? And it is started with in Naimisharanya, the first canto, first chapter itself sets us the theme, right? Into the Naimisharanya forest, the questions by great sages, and so amazing. Then starts with Suta Uvacha, like that, right? Suta Maharshi is giving to everyone. Then comes the Vrittanta of Parikshit Maharaj and Shukadeva Goswami. First circle is like Suta Muni, and then all the Naimisharanya sages. Then next circle goes to Shukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. Like that, many circle goes, and the longest circle probably is the third or fourth inner circle is between Maitreya and Vidura. Is it not? Third canto somewhere there. The conversation starts with Vidura and Maitreya, and then it goes on and on and on until seventh or eighth. Now that is also finished, and in ninth again, Shukadeva Maharshi is telling to Parikshit Maharaj. Right? We have seen, especially in the seventh, that we spent quite some time, maybe last 1 year or so. Right? Prahalad Maharaja's Fruttanta. Then eighth canto mainly deals with Lord Ramachandra's pastimes, right? And their dynasty, right? King Mandata somewhere there, and then after that we also saw the war between the demigods and demons. Then Lord Shiva, then Mohini Murti we saw, and recently we saw the great description of Bali Maharaj, how he surrenders himself to Lord. The Lord there is called Trivikrama. Anyone knows what is the meaning of Trivikrama? Yeah, the definition of Trivikrama is like 3 steps. He conquered a devotee's heart. A devotee conquered the Lord both ways, right? With the 3 steps. One is on the earth, earthly planets, so to say. And then second one is on the until the heavenly planets. And third one, the Lord has taken Bali Maharaj totally, right? Bali Chakravarti, like that. There we have seen the Vamana Deva, like that. And then he gives Bali Maharaj Sutala Loka. Sutala Loka is compared to, or even better than heavenly planets sometimes, right? And the Lord himself has become a gatekeeper there. How merciful is the Lord. Then I want to humbly suggest a theme for this lecture is that we say thank you to the Lord. We carry 2 words, thank you, Krishna, inside. while we proceed in this lecture, right? Then yes, the Lord gives the heavenly planets back to Indra, then awards Sutala Loka to Bali Maharaj. Then at that time, all the Devatas also comes. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva also comes. Then Prahlad Maharaj also comes. Then Lord also tells to Prahlad Maharaj, go and visit your grandson in Sutala Loka, right? Like that. It is also said in Sutala Loka. Sutala Loka is self-illuminating. To our astonishment, all the lower planets actually are self-illuminating, unlike Earth. Then why do Srila Prabhupada calls them darkest hellish planets? They are all lit by, especially Nagamanis, jewels and Ratnas, but especially the Nagamanis, right? Naga, the serpents, like Vasuki, Takshaka, they all have money in their head. And these are all illuminated with mostly their light, these planets. And the illumination there is glorious, it is explained. Why it is called still darkest hellish planets, Sutala Loka, because devotee is there, because Lord Narayan is there, it is not considered a hellish planet. It is spiritual planet. It is said because the Lord and devotee is there. It is compared even better than uh, Swarga Lokas. Yes. Back to the point, why they are called darkest hellish regions. The other ones, the Atala, Vitala, and Mahatala, Patala, uh, is there is no spiritual enlightenment. Though the enjoyment and everything is there, that is hellish in a way because there is no spiritual touch. So the light or the darkness here being mentioned is not of the illumination but of the spiritual subjects. Like that. Let's proceed. Then we entered liberation. And amazing news is we are at 23 and only 24 chapter is left. And after that, we will be entering Samam Bonam. This also, we were spending quite some time on Sudyumna, Chavaka Muni, Durvasa Muni. Then we saw Kapila Dev, Anshuman, and then Lord Ramachandra's pastime. Right? When they say Bhagavad Sapta, they spend a lot of time on Lord Ramachandra's pastime when they talk about Canto 9. Right? Then Pururava, Parshurama, then King Yayati. We also saw this incident between Sharmishta and Devayani. He has those two wives, and then he has 5 sons. Yadu. Why this is important from here is like the Lord is making a pavement for Yaduvamsha. Right? From here, it is being prepared to Krishna's appearance. Right? He has 5 sons, Yadu, Turvasu, Druhya, Anu, and the last one is Puru. But we know, right? Devayani's father, Shukracharya, curses King Yayati there that you will become old. You are so proud of your youthfulness, you become old immediately. Then he asks, here is interesting thing. He asks 5 of the sons, give me your youth so that I enjoy some more time. Then everybody rejects, but Puru gives him youth, right? That way he makes the youngest son the king. But still the dynasty is known as Yaduvamsha because Yadu is the eldest. Right? And because Krishna takes in the dynasty of Yaduvamsha, Yadu becomes great. He was never a king. He was actually cursed by father because he didn't give his youth to him. Right? But Hare Krishna Saraswati Radhika Mataji Dandavat Pranam. But down the line, all we know is
Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. All we know is Yadu because Krishna has taken birth in Yaduvamsha. Like that, we go on and on and on. This is more like the genealogy, right? King Puru ruled, then Bharata's one of the other sons, Vrittanta is given. Then the last lecture was on Ajamida. Then now we are discussing the dynasties of sons of Yayati. This chapter is more like a genealogy, like who is the son of the other one. We see some prominent personalities coming up also in this chapter. Uh, Out of these many kings and out of all these we are reading, right? How many names do we remember? There is an interesting fact to it, right? Srimad Bhagavatam is full of, tens of thousands of kings' names, right? Now we are all seeing them here and there. But what are the names do we remember? Anyone? What are the prominent names from Bhagavatam? You can kindly unmute if there is no noise around. And, keep talking. Hare Krishna Subbarao Prabhuji, Arvind Prabhuji, Shilpa Mataji. If it is possible, you can unmute. So, what are the names? Remember, most of the times is like Dhruva Maharaj, right? Prahlad Maharaj, right? Ambarish Maharaj, King Puru, King Prachina Barhisat, right? Bali Maharaja, Narada Muni, Bhishmadev, right? Yudhishthir. All these are the names, but there are many, many prominent figures. Why we don't remember? Is because these are the ones who are the topmost in devotion. Also in our circles, right? We remember those devotees like they have dedicated their lives for Krishna. They have dedicated their heart for Krishna. They have dedicated their, comfort, education, job for Krishna. The likes of His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj. Then His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. How effulgent is it when they are there? Though we know many, many, many devotees and Maharajas, we especially remember these devotees because they are in very close proximity to Krishna. That's what makes. There is one quote of Srila Prabhupada. We all receive the daily quote, right, from Srila Prabhupada. There is one interesting quote that is like, if you are a king of a place or sarpanch of a village, you are known only in that place. But if you are spiritually a profound devotee, if you get to become, you will be known all over the world. You want to know a small sample of this. There was one temple in Vienna, and there was one article called the jigsaw puzzle of karma, the jigsaw puzzle of karma by one devotee. And then when I go to Oslo temple, and then there we talked glories of various devotees, this name still comes up, right? His Grace Lilananda Prabhuji, with his back pain, how he is operating, a stupid person like me fail to notice the efforts. But sometimes it is last year Nauka Vihar festival. I had immense tears in my eyes. Prabhuji was not able to sit on the chair, right? Uh, these are the devotees we remember and carry forward in our life, uh, taking their names. And they make life very beautiful. They make Bhagavatam very beautiful. So out of thousands of these names, what we remember is the devotees who are in close proximity to Krishna. I need some help. I was shouting so much in Bhajan meetup yesterday. So, yes. You choose. There are no purports. Only 2, 3 shlokas here have purports. Rest of all are like we will be reading the names of the dynasty, right? So we can do that. Please feel free to unmute and read the shloka. I'll start the first one so that you can prepare for the next one. You choose whether to read shloka or not. You choose. That's your choice. You read the translation or else. Yes. Lilan Prabhuji, I saw you unmute. one time you want to say something? Yes, then we
No,
proceed.
Prabhuji, nothing. Just
Shri
time is
Shuka
too time.
Uvacha.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Anoho Sabanaraschkshu Pareshnoscha Trayasutaha Sabanarat Kalanaraha Srujnayastat Sutastataha. Translation. Shukadeva Goswami said, Anu, the fourth son of Yayati, had three sons, named Sabhanara, Chakshu, and Pareshnu. O king, from Sabhanara came a son named Kalanara, and from Kalanara came a son named Srinjaya. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to take text 2? Padma Mataji, you want to take text 2, please? Padma Malini Mataji. She usually reads.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Let me try.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Panduranga Prabhuji, Dana Pranam.
Yeah. जन्मेजयस्तस्य पुत्रो महासलो महामहा कुशीनरस्ततिक्तश्च महामानसा आत्मजौ. Translation. From Srinjaya came a son named Janmejaya. From Janmejaya came Mahasala. From very small. Okay. From Mahasala, Mahamama, and from Mahamana, two sons named Usinara and Titikshu. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I think on your screen you can just expand a little bit and that will become big. Yes. Text 3 to 4. Shibirvaraha Krimirudakshas Chatvaroshi Naratmajaha Vrushadarbha Sudhirascha Madraha Kekayatmavan Shiveschatarva Evam Shatiti Koshascha Vrushadratah Tato Homata Sutapa Balihi Sutapasho Bhavat. The four sons of Ushinara were Shibi Chakravarti, Haribol, Vara, Krimi, and Daksha. And from Shibi again came four sons, named Vrishadharba, Sudhira, Madra, and Atmatatvavit, Kekaya. The son of Titikshu was Rushadrata. From Rushadrata came Homa, from Homa Sutapa, and from Sutapa Bali. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to take next one, please? Then I will read. Angavanga Kalingadyaha Susma Pundraudra Sagnitaha Janjire Dirga Tamaso Bale Kshetre Mahikshitaha. By the semen of Dirgatama, in the wife of Bali, the emperor of the world, 6 sons took birth, namely Anga, Vanga, Kalinga, Suhma, Pundra, and Odra. Text 6. Chakruswa namna vishayan sad iman prachakamstate kalapanon gato jagne tasmad divi ratastataha. Translation. These 6 sons, headed by Anga, later became kings of 6 states in eastern side of India. Hare Krishna. These states were known according to the names of their respective kings. From Anga came a son named Kalapana, and from Kalapana came Devirata. Hare Krishna. 6 states, eastern states. Were they like Bengal and 7 sisters together, something like that? Were ruled by Anga Maharaj. Sons. Text 7 too many. Anybody wants to take?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. सुतधर्मारतो यस्य जज्ञे चित्रर्ततो प्रजाः रोमपादायिते ख्यातस्तस्मै दशरथः शका शान्तां स्वकन्यां प्रयच्छाद् ऋष्यशृङ्गा उवाहयां देवे वर्षति यं राम अनिर्युर्हरिणीसुतं विभ्रामालिङ्गनार्हणैः सतुराग्नो न पत्यस्य निरुयेष्टिं मरुत्वते प्रजाम् अदादशरथो येन लेभे प्रजाः चतुरङ्गो रोमपादात् पितृलाक्षस्तु तत्सुतः. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. From Diviratha came a son named Dharmartha, and his son was Chitraratha, who was celebrated as Romapada. Romapada, however, was without issue, and therefore his friend Maharaja Dasharatha gave him his own daughter named Shanta. Romapada accepted her as his daughter, and thereafter she married Rishyashringa. When the demigods from the heavenly planets failed to shower rain, Rishyashringa was appointed the priest for performing a sacrifice after being brought from the forest by the allurement of prostitutes, who danced, staged theatrical performances accompanied by music, and embraced and worshipped him. Prabhuji, can you scroll down, Prabhuji? Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. After Rishyashringa came, the rain fell. Thereafter, Rishyashringa performed a son-giving sacrifice on behalf of Maharaja Dasharatha, who had no issue, and then Maharaj Dasharatha had sons. From Romapada, by the mercy of Rishyashringa, Chaturanga was born, and from Chaturanga came Prithu Laksha. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Yes. Then one more, celebrated personality here, Risha Singha, right? He is a childhood, if my memory serves correctly. Hare Krishna Shri Hari Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. And he was, being raised in a solitary place, right? In an ashram, in a forest. But it is, for this rain and for Loka Kalyana, it was needed for him to get married, something like that, right? And then they will bring him out and allure him with various things. Yeah. Then he happened to do the Uttarakameshti for Dasharatha Maharaj later on. Text 11. Bruhadrato Bruhat Karma Bruhat Banuscha Tatsutaha Adyad Brahmanastajmaj Jayadrata Udahritaha. The sons of Pritruloka were Bhadraratha, Bruhat Karma, and Bruhat Bhanu. From the eldest Bruhadratha came a son named Brahmana, and from Brahmana came a son named Jayadratha. Is this the same Jayadratha that comes in Mahabharata? I'm not sure. Text 12. Let me see if I selected Purport. Yes, Purport is there. Only 2-3 verses have Purport. Anybody wants to take
Hare Krishna
text 12?
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Thank you.
Prabhuji, please.
विजयस्तस्य सम्भूत्यां ततो धृतिरजायत ततो धृतव्रतस्तस्य शत्कर्मादितरतस्ततः. Translation by His Divine Grace. The son of Jayadratha by the womb of his wife Sambhuti was Vijaya, and from Vijaya, Dhriti was born. From Dhriti came Dhritavrata, from Dhritavrata, Shatkarma, and from Shatkarma, Adhirata. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, anybody takes 13? I think this will be more of a reading session. And feel free to say something in the middle, uh, you know, about any personality or anything in the middle that is relevant to the topic. Sarasradhika Mataji, Sri Hari Prabhuji, Lilananda Prabhuji, Padmavali Mataji, Panduranga Prabhuji. Please see. You can quickly pick up to read if you like later. Right? Text 13. Yosau Ganga Tate Kridam Manju Shantang Gritam Shishum Untyapi Vidyam Kanikam Anapatyo Karotsutam. While playing on the bank of Ganges, Adhiratha found a baby wrapped in a basket. The baby had been left by Kunti because he was born before she was married. Because Adhiratha had no sons, he raised this baby as his own. The son was later known as Karna. Correct, right? Yeah, interesting story here. Kunti Maharani left him on the, big lotus basket in a lotus, and then he was picked by Adhiratha. You know why Karna became Dana Karna? Anyone? Why Karna is known as Dana Karna? Is it by his virtue that he wants to, donate and became a great donor? No. Karna is an example of the greatest warrior or greatest prowess or greatest talent when taken the association of bad side, non-devotees, right? Entire time.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
I just want to understand. Actually, I heard somewhere this Karna in his previous past is a very big demon. Okay,
Okay.
so and he did the worship of Surya,
Okay.
and he got so many boons like
Hmm.
Hiranyakaspu, more than that. So
Yes.
and he started like destroying everything. Then this Narayan, and he came. He took that like Avtara, and they did worship. And
Yes.
one time, 1,000 time, Nar was fighting with him and destroying his Kvacha. And Narayan at that time, the same time, he was worshipping, but to give him power. So I'm not sure is that order this false, but somewhere I heard somewhere in not this lecture like our ISKCON, but some other guru was giving that lecture and he was just telling that this is the story of Karna, and that last only Arjuna can kill him. Krishna or
Oh,
Arjuna can kill Karna only. So
okay.
last verse was this for this Karna.
Okay, Prash. Oh, I do not know this Vrutanta, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna. It's the Sahasra Kavaja Rakshasa. It's Sahasra Kavaja Rakshasa. And he did the tapasya, I think, of Lord Shiva, and he got all the kavajas, like Kavaja Kundal, what he got in next life. He had 1,000 of them.
Oh,
And the
Haribol.
boon was such that, I don't know if it's Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma, but one of them giving that boon. That
Surya
boon
Prabhuji,
was
I think Surya
get
Prabhuji,
some.
Surya Prabhuji.
No, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So he got what do you call, he got this boon that in order to remove one kavaja, one person has to do tapasya for some number of years, like 1,000 years or 100, something like that.
1,000 years.
Very intense tapasya, and then he can come and kill, which is humanly impossible because nobody can live for so long. So then Nara and Narayan, they together took up the task, as when Nara is doing the tapasya, Narayan is fighting, and when Narayan is doing tapasya, Nara is fighting. And that way they removed 999 kavajas. It was
Okay.
impossible for him to be defeated with all those. So when the last kavaja was there, then he became scared that, now I'll be killed. So he ran, and on the way he took shelter of Surya Bhagwan. And
Hare Krishna.
he told, you have to save me. When he told, I'll save you, then he asked from whom? Then he told Narayana Rishi. Then he said, now I have to give you savior. So you can take, I save you and you can take one more birth. and in the next birth, he will be delivered by Nara and Narayan. So that is how he gets one left out kavaja, he takes birth with that. And Surya Bhagavan is the one who impregnates to give that birth. That is a favor of Lord Surya. And then uh, Krishna and Arjuna appear as Nara Narayan, and they finish the remaining part. This is authentic story. It's explained in ISKCON by many devotees also.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful explanation. Yeah, Padma Mataji, I saw you unmute. You want to add anything? Arvind Prabhuji.
No, I wanted to share a little bit what Prabhuji also told. Prabhuji, it's the same thing. I read this story, so I just wanted to share, but exactly what Prabhuji shared. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Subbarao Prabhuji, Panduranga Prabhuji. Sorry, Panduranga Prabhuji already spoke. Subbarao Prabhuji left. It looks like. Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Then Radhesham Prabhuji, in the his lecture, he also mentioned the same thing. Karna is an example of bad association. Right? In that, this why we came here was like why he did so much of this thing. He Karna always carried and knew that he was doing adharma by standing by the side of Duryodhan. Right? Then he asked his father, what is the fix for this? Then Adhiratha tells there is no fix for Sushen. His name is it. So he's also known as Sushen, I think. There is no fix for it. What you are doing is actually the Loka Kantaka, right? The Pandavas are there for Loka Kalyana, but you are a Loka Kantaka. There is no undoing your sins. But at least a fraction if can be reduced by doing dana. For that reason, he became a dana karna. Right. Like that. Yeah. Text 14, anyone? Hare Krishna Pushkala Mataji, Danot Pranam. Anybody wants to read text 14, please?
Let me try.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
वृष्णेस्फुटस्तस्य करणस्य जगतिपते द्रुहो स च तनयो बभ्रुः सेतुस्तस्य तपं ततः. Okay. O king, the only son of Karna was Vrishchena. Druhu, the third son of Yayati, had a son named Bhavuru, and the son of Bhavuru was known as Setu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I take 15. You asked for zooming, Prabhuji. I don't. Yes, no, it is zooming.
You better to increase the font a little bit from your screen also.
Yes, Prabhuji. I think this is maximum I can do. Arabdastasya gandharas tasya dharmastato drutaha dhritasya dharmadas tasmat prachetaha prachetasah shatam. The son of Setu was Arabdha. Arabda's son was Gandhara, and Gandhara's son was Dharma. Dharma's son was Dhrita. Dhrita's son was Durmada, and Durmada's son was Pracheta, who had 100 sons. Hare Krishna. Pracheta, also known as Prachina Barhi, right? Then we saw the Vruttanta of Prachetas and praying to Lord Shiva. There comes Rudra Gita and these things. Those were Prachetas. Hare Krishna. Text 16, anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will read Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
म्लेच्छादिपतयो भुवन् उदीचिं दिशमाश्रिताः तुर्वशोश्च सुतो वह्निर्भर्गो अत बहु भानुमान्. Translation: The Prachetas, the son of Pracheta, occupied the northern side of India, which was devoid of Vedic civilization, and became kings there. Yayati's second son was Turvasu. The son of Turvasu was Vahni. The son of Vahni, Bharga. The son of Bharga, Bhanuman. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Here, Prabhuji. Go ahead, Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dantanam.
Another Pranam, Prabhuji.
Text 17. Jivanustat suto sutosyapi karandama udharabhihi marutastat suto putra putram pauravam anabhut sorry putram pauravam anvabhut. Translation by Sri Prabhupada. Sri Prabhupada ki jai. The son of Bhanuman was Tribhanu, and his son was magnanimous Karandama. Karandama's son was Maruta, who had no sons, and who therefore adopted a son of the Puru dynasty, Maharaja Dusmanta, as his own.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Bharatavarsha was actually all 7 khandas, right? All 7 continents were Bharatavarsha only. And all these names that we see are, were given countries, all of them. The Mlecha Desha in the previous verse we saw, right? So all these Western places are mostly called as Mlecha Desha. People, the Mediterranean or was that? What was Iranian army called before? There was some name to it. Persian army, right? In recent modern books, it is written as the greatest army was Persian army. What is Persia? The Persia was Yavana Desha, right? The places of Iran, Greece, all that Mediterranean area was. Uh, I think we have a little time. Let me go a little bit into it. Why the time is 7:05 on my computer? I don't know. Yes, we have only four more verses with not many purpose. So let's go a little bit into this. Please correct me, Prabhuji, if I'm wrong anywhere. It is written in, how wonderful is the Vedic literature. There is in Bhavishya Purana a chapter explaining all these kings, and some of them, when Lord Parshuram was, killing 26 times or so, some of them were fleeing his killing. Many of them, this is told to me by His Grace Yadunandan Prabhu from Prabhupada Desh in Italy. He told this when he said, why European leaders of WW2 era, World War era seem so strong. So he gave a little context to that, And those were the kings who flee from Parshuram ji, right, Lord Parshuram. And then they happen to be really powerful kings of the past. Probably some of the names from here, right? That's why they were so strong. And why such kings who we call Mlecha had to come to India and rule for 200 years. There is a great context to it, This comes in Bhavishya Purana. Many of these groups, this also relates to the story of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra has killed Ravana in Lanka, right? And then it is told that it is millions of Vanaras, right, who came. And the war is finished. It was Swarna Nagara. Lanka was Swarna Nagara, right? The houses were with like Vimanas, like spacecrafts, like celestial palaces. And then they all came to Ayodhya to ask Lord Ramachandra. They all remained there after the war, these Vanaras. Then they asked Ramachandra, now the war is finished, what we should do? Then Lord Ramachandra said, I have no plan. What do you think that we should do? Then they suggested, okay, we like the place so much, and we will live there. We will marry the Rakshasa woman, and we will live there. That way, Lord Ramachandra said, okay, we'll marry them and live there. Then they started their families there, and then it grew. But Sri Lanka is very small island, right? And these are lakhs of millions of Vanaras. The place became really small. Then they again came to Lord Ramachandra in Ayodhya. My lord, the place is very small and congested, where we should go? Then Lord Ramachandra said, this group of people, go to this place. This group of people go to, Yavana Desha. There are many names, I don't remember. This set of people go to this place, and that place is called Mandodas, group of Mandodas. You know who are these Mandodas? Mandodas are descendants of these Vanaram soldiers and the Rakshasa women, And this Mandoda group is especially the British. And it is also written in Bhavishya Purana that this Mandoda group will come to Bharatavarsha again, rule for 200 years, something like that. Not so accurate, but the hint is there. So there is nothing not there that is not estimated in the Vedic literature. It was so, I read it actually quite my college days or something like that. This was so astonishing to know. So why they are so powerful is like, they came from these powerful dynasties. And a small country like France could, a small country like Spain could rule half of the world like this. So they have this background. I don't have a pramana for this. It's been a long time ago. But you can maybe do a little research out of interest. Yes, text 18 and 19, anyone? Then I will take it. Please go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. दुष्मन्तः स पुनर्बेजे स्ववंशं राज्यकामुकः ययातेर्ज्येष्ठपुत्रस्य यदोर्वंशं नरर्षभ वर्णयामि महापुण्यं सर्वपापहरं नृणां यदोर्वंशं नरः श्रुत्वा सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते. Translation: Maharaja Dushmanta, desiring to occupy the throne, returned to his original dynasty, the Puru dynasty, even though he had accepted Maruta as his father. O Maharaj Parikshit, let me now describe the dynasty of Yadu, the eldest son of Maharaja Yayati. This description is supremely pious, and it vanquishes the reactions of sinful activities in human society. Simply by hearing this description, one is freed from all sinful reactions. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. There is Falashruti, right? There is Falashruti of many of the chapters, right? For example, if you get bad dream, this was told to me by one devotee in Norway, Brahmachari Prabhu. If you get bad dreams, very, bewildering dream, that gory dream or, Pidakala antam kada. When such a thing comes, you know what you should read? To get rid of the reactions of that Pidakala, bad dream, you should read Gajendra Moksha. Like that, many chapters has Falashruti. And the Falashruti for reading this chapter is given. O Maharaj Parikshit, let me now describe the dynasty of Yadu, the eldest son of Maharaj Yayati. The description is supremely and vanquishes the reactions of sinful activities in human society. Those who read the glories of dynasty of Yadu Vamsha, their sinful activities, human society will be vanquished. That looks like the Falashruti for this amazing reading. Hare Krishna. 2021. Then that's me. Yatra vartino bhagavan paramatma narakritihi yadoho sahasrajit kroshta nalori pur iti shrutaha chatravaha shunavastatra shatajit pratamatmajaha mahahayo renuhayo aihayascheti tatsutaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the super soul in the hearts of all living entities, descended in his original form as a human being, the dynasty or family of Yadu. Yadu had 4 sons, named Sahasrajit, Kroshta, Nala and Ripu. Of these 4, the eldest Sahasrajit had a son named Shatajit, who had 3 sons named Mahahaya, Renuhaya and Haihaya. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. As confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 1-11, Vadanti tattvavidas tattvam yajnagnam advayam brahmeti paramashteti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan. The majority of transcendentalists understand only the impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma. For the personality of Godhead, it is very difficult to understand. As Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 7.3, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam abhisiddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvataha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. The yogis and jnanis, that is, the mystic yogis and the impersonalists, can understand the absolute truth as impersonal or localized. But although such realized souls are above ordinary human beings, they cannot understand how the supreme absolute truth can be a person. Therefore, it is said that out of many siddhas, the souls who have already realized the absolute truth, one may understand Krishna, who exactly resembles a human being, Narakriti. This human form was explained by Krishna himself after he manifested the Virat Rupa. The Virat Rupa is not the original form of the Lord. The Lord's original form is Dvibhuja Shyamasundara Muralidhara. Hare Krishna. It's not four-handed form, it is Dvibhuja, two-handed Shyamasundara Muralidhara. The Lord with two hands playing a flute. Yam Shyamasundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam. The Lord's forms are proof of his inconceivable qualities. Although the Lord maintains innumerable universities within the period of his breath, he is dressed with a form exactly like that of a human being. That does not mean, however, that he is a human being. This is his original form. But because he looks like a human being, those with a poor fund of knowledge consider him as an ordinary man. The Lord says, Avajananti mamuda manushinam tanumashritam parambhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my supreme dominion over all that be. Bhagavatam 9:11. Bhagavad Gita 9:11. By the Lord's Parambhavam, or transcendental nature, he is the all-pervading Paramatma living in the core of the hearts of all living entities. Yet he looks like a human being. Mayavada philosophy says that the Lord is originally impersonal but assumes a human form and many other forms when he descends. Actually, however, he is originally like a human being. And the impersonal Brahman consists of the rays of his body. Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadhanda Koti. Hare Krishna. The point of the purport is that, some people go until, the Brahman, the effulgence of the Lord, or the yoga or Brahma Jyoti, as His Grace Radhesham Prabhu is explained in last class, right? That probably is Krishna's place also, but there is no activity actually. And Putana, though she was given a liberation, she has gotten a place in this Brahman, then she has no activity and nothing to do. It is so inactive. She has to sit there and do meditate. And, then that is in this purport Prabhupada also explains, right? Though they are, better than the non-devotees, still that is not complete understanding of Bhagavan. Paramatma is in the heart also, but still not complete. So we pray to that Dvipuja, Muralidhara Shama Sundara, Sampurna, Bhagavan, Lord Shri Radha Krishna, Shri Radha Gopivala, Shri Radha Madani Mohana. Anyone wants to take text 23, please? Then I will take. Durmado Badra Senasya Danakaha Kritaviryashuhu Krutagnihi Krutavarmacha Krutajau Danakatmajaha. The sons of Badrasena were known as Durmada and Dhanaka. Dhanaka was the father of Kritavirya. I think Kartavirya Arjuna is going to come. Father of Kritavirya and also of Kritangi, Kritavarma and Krutauja. Hare Krishna. Text 24, anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Madhuri, please go ahead.
Arjuna Kritaviryasya Saptadvipeshwaro Abhavat दत्तात्रेयाद् धरेरस्मात् प्राप्तयोगमहागुणः. Translation: The son of Kritavirya was Arjuna. He, Kartavirya Arjuna, became the emperor of the entire world, consisting of 7 islands, and received mystic power from Dattatreya, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, he obtained the mystic perfection known as Ashtasiddhi. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, here, Prabhuji. We are not able to hear you if you are speaking, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, then I will take it. Nanunam kartaviryasya gatim yashyanti parthivaha yagnadana tapo yogai shruta virya dayabidihi. No other king in this world could equal Kartavirya Arjuna in sacrifices, charity, austerity, mystic power, education, strength, or mercy. The last one is interesting. No one could match him in also showing mercy. Hare Krishna. Text 26. Panchashti sahasrani hi avyahata balah samaha anashtavitta smarano bhubuje kshaya satvasu. For 85,000 years, Kartavirya Arjuna continuously enjoyed material opulence with full bodily strength and unimpaired memory. In other words, he enjoyed inexhaustible material opulences with his 6 senses. Interesting. We know of 5 senses, right? What is the 6th sense? Manashashtan indriyani prakrutistani karshati manaha is the 6th sense. Yeah, so he enjoyed inexhaustible material opulences with his 6 senses for 85,000 years. Because at that time, and the lifetime was 1 lakh years, right? Text 27, if anybody wants to read. Or I will take it. Tasya putra sahasreshu panchaivo vrita ritamrite jayadvajaha shuraseno vrishabho madururjitaha. Of the 1,000 sons of Kartavirya Arjuna, only 5 remained alive after the fight with Parashurama. Yes, here it came. He had 1,000 sons and everybody were killed but 5. Their names were the ones who lived: Jayadvaja, Shurasena, Vrishabha, Madhu and Urjita. Text 28. Jayadvaja talajangas tasya putra shatam tvabud kshatramya talangakyam aurya tejopasamhritam. Jayadvaita had a son named Talajanga, who had 100 sons. All the Kshatriyas in the dynasty known as Talajanga were annihilated by the great power received by Maharaja Sagara from Aurva Rishi. Text 29. Tesham jeshto vitihotro vrishnihi putro mado sprutaha tasya putra shatam tvasid vrishni jeshtam yatah kulam. Of the sons of Talajanga, Vitihotra was the eldest. The son of Vitihotra, named Madhu, had a celebrated son named Vrishni. Madhu had 100 sons, of whom Vrishni was the eldest. The dynasties known as Yadava, Madhava and Vrishni had their origin from Yadu, Madhu and Vrishni. Text 30 to 31. Madhava Vrishnaya Rajan Yadavascheti Sangnitaha Yadu Putrasya Chakroshtoho Putra Vrijin Vamshtata Swahiteto Vishadgarvai Tasya Chittartatastataha Shashabindur Mahayogi Mahabhago Mahan Abat Chaturdasha Maharatnas Chakravarti Aparajitaha. O Maharaj Parikshit, because Yadu, Madhu and Vrishni each inaugurated a dynasty, their dynasties are known as Yadava, Madhava and Vrishni. Hare Krishna. Some dynasty has name also as Madhava. The son of Yadu, named Kroshta, had a son named Vrijinavan. The son of Vrijinavan was Swahita. The son of Swahita, Vishadgu. The son of Vishadgu, Chitraratha, and the son of Chitraratha, Shashabindu, the great fortunate Shashabindu is uh, little different. We see why. Who was great mystic, possessed 14 opulences, and was the owner of 14 great jewels. Thus, he became the emperor of the world. Here is an interesting fact in this chapter. In the Markandeya Purana, the 14 kinds of great jewels are described as follows: 14 kinds of jewels. An elephant, a horse, a chariot, a wife, arrows, a reservoir of wealth, a garland, valuable costumes, trees, a spear, a noose, jewels, an umbrella, and regulative principles. You know, a chariot is a jewel, a wife is a jewel, costumes, valuable costumes are a jewel, a spear, the one, the bhallam. Noose, what does it mean by noose? I didn't know the meaning of this one thing, noose. Is it kind of a weapon? We'll see later. Yeah, jewels, an umbrella and a regulative principles are a jewel, abharana. Right? To be the emperor, one must possess all 14 of these opulences. Shashabindu possessed them all. Right? Interesting jewels, 14. I never heard before. I think we have quite a few more. Then we will just quickly wrap up. Is it time now? I have like 9 minutes more. Anybody wants to read a few texts, please? Text 32. Shreya Prabhu, I think you unmuted, but somehow we are not able to hear you. Maybe your mic.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will read Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
तस्य पत्नी सहस्राणां दशानां सुमहायशाः दशलक्षसहस्राणि पुत्राणां तास्वजिग्जनत्. Translation: The famous Shashabindu had 10,000 wives, and by each he begot a lakh of sons. Therefore, the number of his sons was 10,000 lakhs. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can you just imagine? 10,000 lakhs sons Shashabindu had, and he had 1,000 wives. See the magnanimity and scale of how powerful people were. 10,000 lakhs is 1 billion sons he had. Now the population is like 7 to 8 billion people in the entire world. So 1/7 of the world's population was sons of one person. That was Shashabindu. Hare Krishna. Srihari Prabhuji, you need to change your mic maybe in the audio settings now. Maybe it is going to headphones or something. Is it only me? Anybody able to hear Srihari Prabhu? No, Prabhu. Somehow your voice is not coming. So sorry.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ ఇప్పుడు
Now
వినిపిస్తుందా?
it is. Yes.
టెక్స్ట్ 33 తేసాం తేసాం తు సత్ ప్రధానానాం ఋతుస్రవాస ఆత్మజా ధర్మో నామో సనాతస్య హయమేద సతస్య యాత్. Among these many sons, 6 were the foremost, such as Prutusrava and Prutukirti. The son of Prutusrava was known as Dharma, and his son was known as Usana. Usana was the performer of 100 horse sacrifices.
Yeah, I think this Ushana Vrittanta also comes in Bhagavatam. I don't remember where, but I remember reading about Ushana performing Ashwamedha Yagya. Text 34 also you want to read, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji.
Yes, please go.
Tatsuto ruchakastasya panchasan atmajah srinu purujid rukmeshu pritu jayamaga samjnitaha. The son of Usana was Ruchaka, who had 5 sons, Purujit, Rukma, Rukmesu, Rutu, and Jayamag. Please hear of these sons from me.
You want to continue, Prabhuji? One more time? Okay, then I'll take it, Prabhuji. You take the next one. Jamagastva aprajopinyam baharyam saibhya pathir नावीदाच्छत्रुभवनाद् भोज्यं कान्यम् अहर्षेत् ततस्तं तामनिरीक्ष्याः शैब्यपतिम् अमर्षिता केयं कुहका मत्स्थानं रतम् आरोपितेति वाय स्नूषा तवेति अभिहिते स्मायन्ति पतिमब्रवीत्. Jamaga had no sons, but because he was fearful of his wife Shaibya, this is interesting also. He could not accept another wife. Jamaga once took from the house of some royal enemy a girl who was a prostitute. But upon seeing her, Shaibya was very angry, the wife of Jamaga, was very angry and said to her husband, "My husband, you cheater! Who is this girl sitting upon my seat on the chariot?" Jamaga then replied, "This girl will be your daughter-in-law." Upon hearing these joking words, Shaibya smilingly replied, yes, Prabhuji, I think last 2 verses. You want to take here, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
37 chavala, Prabhuji.
Chadavan, Prabhuji.
Aham bandhya sapatni cha snusa me yujyate katam jana is yasi yam rajni tasyeyam upayujyate. Saibya said, I am sterile and have no co-wife. Girl, how can this be my daughter-in-law? Please tell me. Jayamaga replied, my dear queen, I shall see you indeed have a son, and that this girl will be your daughter-in-law.
Haribol. Anyone wants to take the last verse? Then I will take it. अन्वमोदान्त तद्विश्वे देवाः पितार एव च शैब्यगर्भम् अदात् काले कुमारं सुववे शुभं साविदर्भ इति प्रोक्ता उपाये मे शुशांशतीम्. Translation: Long, long ago, Jamaga had satisfied the demigods and Pitas by worshipping them. Now, by their mercy, Jamaga's words came true. Although Shaibya was barren, by the grace of the demigod, she became pregnant and in due course of time gave birth to a child named Vidarbha. Before the child's birth, the girl had been accepted as daughter-in-law. So the son was not even born and he has brought a daughter-in-law. And therefore, Vidarbha actually married her when he grew up. Vidarbha is king of this Maharashtra, Pandharpur area, where Mother Rukmini takes birth later on, right? Then he was the son of Jamaga and Shaibya. Hare Krishna. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 9th canto, 23rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Dynasties of the Sons of Yayati. That will enter us into the glorious chapter of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, after which it will be Canto 10. Thank you so much for your wonderful time and association. If you have any correction, I cannot answer your questions. I'm not capable, but Lilananda Prabhuji is there. If you have any comment or this thing, 1 minute before we close. If not, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Lilananda Prabhuji and Shilpa Mataji. Grateful. And this way, at least I will try to become a devotee, at least now. It's been too late. Thank you so much for your time.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you so much.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Dandavat pranam dear Prabhuji and Mataji. Hare Krishna. Have a
Hare
wonderful day.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Dandat Pranam.
Dandavat pranam Amma. Hare Krishna Mataji. Then leaving the call.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I'll end the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.